morning, guys. It is Monday. I meant to film yesterday and when I went to the fair on Saturday, but I didn't get a chance to because I was having too much fun. But I'm on my way to pick my sister up from school, and then after that I have to go to Publix to get a couple of things for my mom, and then I'm gonna come back home and do some stuff for work. So yeah. Actually, like, pretty chilly out here for it to be spring, especially in Florida. Wind is blowing. I don't know if it's gonna get warmer. They just caught me vlogging. Just got back from picking my sister up and running the errands. Now we're about to head back to the house. I'm spilling stuff. It's hard to vlog when you have stuff in your hands. But anyways, so I'm gonna go do some stuff for work and then just chill out for the rest of the day, because on Wednesday I have my first day of orientation, so I have to get some things memorized before I go. So yeah. Alrighty, so hello beautiful people. It is Wednesday today, and I think lastly we left off of, I can't remember what we talked about last. Sorry, the lights flickering. Sometimes it does that and it just acts really weird. But anyway, so I have a couple of old things from the people over here for like my close family and friends, but new things to show you guys as far as the wedding's concerned. I just got back like an hour or two ago from my first day of orientation for work, so tomorrow I have to do the same thing, and then Friday I have to do the same thing. So since I'm gonna start working full-time, I decided that I'm just gonna dedicate, since it's still early in the wedding planning process, I'm just gonna dedicate one day out of the week to dedicate it just strictly to like wedding related things, whatever that may be. If it's getting bridesmaids gifts, dresses, sending out invitations, ordering stuff for the venues, you know, whatever it may be, because I know I'm not going to be able to just, you know, I feel like I'm going to be tired working a full-time job. So I'm going to go ahead and dedicate Wednesdays, so wedding Wednesdays. The first thing I want to show you guys is, I already showed you guys my wedding planner binder. So we've gotten a little further in the process of what we've been doing. So I printed out 4 different kinds of color schemes for the wedding. And I went on, I think it was either the knot.com or some sort of wedding blog, and they were talking about how like 15 different color schemes for weddings that you never thought would look great together. So the first one out of the 15 that I liked is gold, peach, and green. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this up so you can kind of see the pictures a little bit. And then what I did was I had some old paint cards from Walmart, which I was trying to figure out which colors I wanted for the wedding. So I just tried to match them up as close as I possibly could to kind of see how they looked against one another. And then this is just some more pictures that I printed out for that color scheme as well. The second color scheme is more of like a summer, spring type of color scheme: magenta, poppy, and yellow. So I obviously didn't have the proper yellow. I only had like a goldish color, and then this looked more like a poppy color to me. And that was the closest to magenta that I have. So this is kind of like what that wedding scheme kind of sort of looks like. And then this one is more for like autumn or fall weddings, but I feel like you can do whatever you want. Cinnamon, yellow, and beige. So I tried to do cinnamon right here, yellow, which is more of like a gold kind of color, and then we have beige right here. So this is kind of how that looks, kind of like the color scheme, if you kind of get an idea. And then lastly we have tangerine, orange, and yellow, which is a very vibrant color scheme. I think it's great for summer weddings and all of that kind of stuff, so it's pretty great. So I liked the magenta, poppy, and yellow color scheme, and my fiance liked the cinnamon, beige, and yellow combination. So I couldn't decide between which one, and then the first one, which was the gold, green, and all of that, he said it looked more like a baby shower. And then the last one I showed you, tangerine, orange, and yellow, he was kind of like, Which I can understand, because when I was looking at it, I was like, what? And then I saw how they put stuff together, and I was like, oh, okay. So what I did was I tried to combine both of the two. I really love the poppy from my color scheme, but I really loved the beige from his favorite color scheme. I went to Walmart again, and I was trying to match up colors. So what I did was, I think I'm going to go with yellow, poppy, and beige. So it's basically putting both of our two color schemes together. It's basically the color scheme that my fiance wanted, which was the cinnamon, yellow, and beige, except I swapped out the cinnamon, which is more of like a deeper red, almost like a really like brown color, and I just changed it for the poppy. So I think I'm set on these colors for now. I'm not gonna say these are my wedding colors, these are my permanent wedding colors, because anything could change, but I've been really loving poppy and yellow and beige together for some reason. It's really weird, but I have like just like yellow. I think I want to put more in my flowers because I love daisies, so I want to use yellow daisies, and I love sunflowers. And the beige I may have for my bridesmaids dresses, and then the poppy color dress I may have for my maid of honor, or vice versa, or I may have all my bridesmaids wear poppy dresses but different styles. Like, I don't know, it's still early on in the process, but I think that this is, I'm kind of loving this right now. Plus, like I said before, I'm getting married in May, so it's gonna be like a spring, early summer type of wedding, and I feel like these colors would be great. I don't know, and like I don't know if I told you guys this, but I really want to have a travel themed wedding, because I don't know if most of you who follow my channel, I think you may or may not know. If you're on my Instagram, on my Facebook, you should know, but I'm in a long distance relationship, even currently now still in a long distance engagement, and I just think it's a great twist on our whole relationship, the history of our relationship, and kind of just bridging the gap, and like bridging the gap between the miles that we've had to experience throughout our 6 years of being together. Thing that I want to show you guys is I was on wedding, what is it called? WeddingPaperDivas.com. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. And they had like 10 free samples, and I was like, oh, why not just, you know, get some samples just because. And you open it up and it looks just like this, and I gave this 20% off to my mom, so if she wants to send out invitations for my bridal shower, because she's planning my bridal shower and stuff like that. And then this is 20% off plus free shipping for me. So over here they basically just describe to you like the whole process of, you know, making the invitations and all that kind of stuff. And then over here they have the different kinds of paper that you can use for the invitations. And then in the center you just have different examples of different kinds of invitations, the different kinds of finishes that they have, you know, different color schemes, all of that great stuff. So you get that, and I think that that's pretty cool. And then you get like kind of like a magazine type of thing where it shows you, you know, different things. You could print out menus, you could do invitations with RSVPs. They even have a little place where you can order napkins. They have save the dates, all of that great stuff. So to me, I think it's a great resource, just because I know people are trying to, like, you want nice, elegant, sophisticated, expensive looking invitations, but for like a cheap price. Especially if you have more than like if you have 100 guests or more, you don't want to spend like hundreds of dollars just on invitations alone, because my idea is I want my whole budget to be $5,000. Either everything wedding related is $5,000 or cheaper, basically. So I'm trying to be as budget friendly and wise as I can as far as my finances, and really truly sticking to my budget. So what me and my fiance decided was we were going to take engagement photos, but just to save money, I mean, we were kind of like, you know what, let's just forget it, because we do still want to take wedding photos. So we are going to take wedding photos, of course, because I mean, you got to remember the big day. And then I was like, you know, engagement photos, I was like, well, we can just take photos together whenever. So in June, in Jesus' name, I pray to, and I hope to visit Tennessee for a weekend to go look at some venues, because I really want to like reserve our venue in June. Like, I know it'll be like a little under a year in advance, but I think with that kind of stuff you have to do it in advance anyway. Plus we can always pay off the amount of the venue in increments. And another thing, I found a venue that's gonna do the wedding and the reception, and it's $2,000. A lot of people doubted me, but because Jesus is awesome and he helped me find it, we found a venue. So that's just an update. I feel like I'm talking a lot because I have a whole bunch of saliva in my mouth, but I'm really just tired. I had to get up at 5:15.